Check out these social media posts. It's a good day for a chokehold. Or hope that this piece of S is dealt with by street justice or just plain karma quickly, hopefully by police gunfire. Or F these Muslim, well, you can read it. Bad in any situation, right? But what if I told you that all those inflammatory words were posted by current or former police officers in Phoenix, in Philadelphia, and in St. Louis? They're just a sampling found by a new study called the Plainview Project of officers around the country using social media to endorse violence against criminals, defendants, blacks, Muslims, women. The study canvassed the postings of more than 3,500 current or former officers in 8 jurisdictions of various sizes and geographic areas. It found posts that appear to endorse violence by officers or members of the public, show bias against minority groups, use dehumanizing language calling protesters or people of color animal or savages. And the attitude went beyond mere words. A deeper dive into the records of officers here in Philly, where posts were flagged, found that almost 1/3 of those individuals have been subjects of civil rights and brutality complaints, many ending in settlements or verdicts for the plaintiffs. Here in Philadelphia, 10 police officers who, quote, appear to have engaged in explicit bias have been placed on desk duty as the department continues to investigate. Well, I'm wondering, what are the First Amendment rights of the affected police officers? Joining me now is David Hudson. He's a First Amendment scholar and law professor at Belmont University. Professor, those who did the investigation, their standard was to try and determine, does the post erode public trust in policing? And I noticed that the police commissioner here in Philly, in fact, we'll put it up on the screen. Here's what he said. He's wondering, when does a police officer's expression of his opinion erode the police department's ability to do its job and maintain the public's trust? In those circumstances, the department is permitted to act. Is that an articulation of the law? In other words, at what point can a police officer be disciplined for his or her speech?
Well, the standard developed by the United States Supreme Court is to balance the public employee's right to speak on matters of public concern against the public employer's right to an efficient, disruptive, free workplace. It's important to realize, well, what it means is that public employees do not lose all of their free speech rights simply because they accept public employment. And they do have the right to speak out on matters of political speech, and they do have the right to offer their opinion. Where it crosses the line is when the police department can show that it has a tangible negative impact on and disrupts close working relationships and harms community relationships with the police.